EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. Zane Gonzalez set and ready to get us started, and off we go now from State Farm Stadium. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First time with Austin Eckler, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The ball carrier.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
On second down, here's Herbert trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy, and they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But in a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And the Cardinals will go up 7-0.
Makes the score Cardinals 7, Chargers nothing. Zane Gonzalez.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They started on the ground with Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Austin Eckler, the intended target. And it's second down.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
For number 15.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
At their own 10-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Justin Jones.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
A quick throw complete out to Isabella. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes as a gain of 37 on third down.
The 47-yard line.
Running for the shotgun with Drake. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. Flush to his right, and this is incomplete. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake, but it's going to be 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Drake. And some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Andy Isabella.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the Chargers' 19-yard.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Dancing to his left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Now the former Sun Devil, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Barbie, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Takes this about 5 yards deep.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
6 yards. It's 3rd down.
3rd and long. It's Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
A 55-yard punt that time with a return of about 14. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10.
8-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Forced out to his left. That ball complete to Isabella. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jordan Phillips able to drop him for a loss of a couple. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He's going to go up top again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it,
pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. Hassan Reddick able to get him for a loss of about 3. Man open left side, it's Williams. And all the way down to the 12. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Third and
eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
At the 41-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run the option here on 1st and 10. Murray going to fire one out wide. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray, throw left side, complete. That's Drake. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
1st down, Murray. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Murray. And that's caught inside the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Throwing again, Murray. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Murray's pass.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. They run the option on 2nd down. A quick throw there out to Williams. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Right back to Drake. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Makes the score Cardinals 24, Chargers nothing. Zane Gonzalez to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said is that...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. This complete to Henry over the middle.
Herbert's pass.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game.
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins. And the Cards continue to pour it on. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
The score, Cardinals 31, Chargers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hand.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.